One day, the Lord was walking in the courtyard of the temple. Some Pharisees tried to trap the Lord, thinking they are smart enough to trap the source of wisdom. So they came to him and they said, "Shall we give taxes to Caesar or not?" The Lord looked at their hearts and realized their intention was of an evil origin. He says, "Bring me a denarii, the currency at the time, or a dollar. Bring me a denarii, a coin." Now, just one thing. Why did the Lord ask for a denarii or a dollar? Because literally, he did not even have a dollar in his pocket. Financially, the poorest of the poorest was Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Financially. Even those who beg in the streets, they still have a dollar. Christ did not even have 1 penny in his pocket. He lived poor. He died poor, but his portion was in the grave of one of the richest people of Israel, Joseph of Arimathea. The Lord says, if you live poor for my sake, your end will be with the rich in heaven. So he said, "Show me a denarii." And then he says his beautiful, profound statement, "Whose image is imprinted on this coin?" They said, "It is Caesar's." He says, "Well, it's that simple. Then render what is Caesar's to Caesar, and what is God's to God." Maybe they did not understand what the Lord said to them. But what was the Lord meaning by saying, "Whose image is imprinted on this coin?" They said, "Caesar." He said, "Well, then give what is Caesar's to Caesar, and what is God to God." He literally said to them and to all of us at the same time, how come you realize whose image is imprinted on the coin, and until this moment you haven't realized whose image is imprinted on you? Now, who is Caesar? King. And who is Christ? The King of all kings. And whose image gets imprinted on the currency? The king, not the president. Because the king owns everything. Presidents, prime ministers own nothing. Only the king. He says, well, since it is the image of Caesar imprinted on the coin, then it's his. Why are you asking me, shall we give taxes? Well, since the Caesar's image is on it, then naturally you gotta give it back to him. But render what is God's to God. Whose image is imprinted on you? The king. Genesis 1:26. Let us go down and make man in our image. Whose image is imprinted on you? The king. God in his nature is king, and as king he owns you, owns everything he created. The Lord says, you are my currency. So do you give tax to Caesar? You give tax to Caesar out of your pocket, but you give tax to God out of your heart. Because that's where love comes from. Love does not come from the pocket, it comes from the heart. And when you give tax to God, God will not accept 10, 15, 20, 30%. It's either all or nothing. I want you all for me, not a portion. Because love is jealous.